I remember I used to have visits to class 1 when I was in near to the end of year 6. I remember I was very nervous at the time. I think that is where I first met one of my best friends, Cameron, there as well. And when I first came, I was not that happy at first because I used to have some very bad listening problems. A few of the teachers helped to get me a bit more confident, and by the time I was in year 8, I was very happy. And now, in year 9, I've started to read a lot of Michael Morpurgo, which is it's one of my favourite authors now. And yes, things are going well for me at the moment.
I was very nervous. I mean, when the first person that did my talk was actually Sam, and he was the first student I ever met. And as soon as I saw him, I was like, oh, yeah, I've never met anyone like that. And I've never met anyone so outgoing and so happy. When I first went into my lesson, I've never seen such happy faces in a class. At the time, I just thought I don't fit in here. But then maybe as basically probably my second week, I never had this feeling, and I actually started enjoying school. And I've never felt something like that. And I just felt like such a privilege. And I didn't even, when I saw a place like a swing room, that's already the most unique thing I've ever seen in a school. So it was pretty good, because I was happy. When I'm at the weekend, I'm like, I wish I was at Churchill right now, especially when I'm on holiday. I do think about that quite a bit.
First arriving at Churchill, I did not know what to expect. I had gone through 3 years of horrible schools. I partly enjoyed my last school. Then midway through, I found out that I was autistic, and from there, things just changed.
Yeah, I enjoy coming here, but mostly just because of the friends. I mean, I do like a bit of geography, a bit of science as well, a bit of ICT, but the lessons are great, but there's certain people that are greater, and it's almost as if you've got 69 friends.
There aren't 30 people in a class, it's only 10. When there's 30 people, a teacher doesn't really have time to help anyone in particular, where when there's 10, the teacher has more than enough time to help each and every student.
They definitely answer all the questions I have. And I think that if I ever had a situation that I needed help with, I think they probably would have solved the same thing at least once or twice.
I think personally it is an enriched environment because, well, we have enrichments. Some enrichments are pretty good, sometimes you don't really want to leave.
Enrichments are like clubs at the end of the day, and I think that if we had enrichments at my last school, I think I would have been much more happier. Here, enrichments, they really help you with coping with end of day stress, and yeah, I think the teachers do a really good job at organising them and making everyone feel like they're participating in something.
Mr. Thomas Hay has helped me massively in maths. I don't know where I would be in maths without him.
A teacher that probably would have helped me would be my science teacher, Mr. Price. He's really calm all the time, and he's probably one of my favourite teachers because he's a bit of a film buff like me, and he's also quite a chill teacher. So he doesn't really, he's never shouted. I've never heard him, and even when he's in a stressed out situation, I think he copes really well, and he can also support students with advice, how to support yourself and etc. So yeah, he's a great teacher.
Mr. Thomas Hay is one of my favourites. I think he's helped me through a lot of stuff in maths, and he kind of has this way of making math lessons really fun. It's always very fun and happy when he's teaching maths, and yeah, I think he's helped me through a lot in those kind of lessons.
And after a while, you actually do feel like you fit in, because everyone else is, mostly everyone else has had the same problem as you, struggled in mainstream, and and I think after a while you do understand that you're not meant to touch people, because some of them get very sensitive. So yeah, I think I'd say to a new person, just try and make friends and learn about people's experiences in mainstream, and then maybe you can make friends by just saying, hey, I went through something like that as well.
Don't spend too much of your time being nervous or worrying too much, because then you won't really realise how much the school has to offer.
I think I'd definitely miss Churchill if I were to move.
All I have to say is, don't be embarrassed you're here. You're just yourself.